Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Right, before I do anything, I should probably start all these things. I had the choice to do this straight away after reset, because not after reset, but before reset. I just went back to sleep. All of these things I have to kill 1,000 mobs or something, right? What's this? Right, hang on. This looks like kind of like the. I'll go back here later. Another 9 hours? Nah, not today. I'm actually feeling a little bit tired. Probably because of yesterday, but it's okay. Alright, let's accept all our things. Today I'm just gonna take it easy. Just get all these events started, and then we'll see from here. Okay, looks like I've accepted everything. Let's go do Golix first. So I'm a little bit scared to do bosses today because I heard that people were having some DCing issues, and that doesn't sound very fun, DCing out of hard bosses and then missing out on pitch boss. So I'm gonna take it easy today. Oh. There we go. Still hoping for a superior drop, hopefully. Looking for the earrings. Would be nice if we could get the earrings for the 30% off. Swap to drop. Fams out. Okay. Also, hopefully looking for a Dominator pendant still. I think with this drop rate, I also don't hate going to do Pink Bean. Because I can't really do too many bosses today, mostly because there's like some DCing issues. If I can get my Pink Bean clear today, I can actually just start Commercy. Alright, today guys, it's gonna be today where I'm actually gonna start Commercy if I don't get it. Crash caused by changing your preset. That's what I've heard as well, but there's also potentially others. Oh my god, we finally got a Dom pendant. Finally. I've been hoping for this one for a bit. Let's go, our first Dom pendant. Nice, we can start making some damage gear now. Spoken into existence is literally me praying every day. Every day I'm just like, yeah, please give me a Dom pendant. It was only a matter of time, but I'm glad that it came right before an event, so at least I can start for cheap. Can we get 2 for 2? That'd be nice if we get 2 for 2. But yeah, ideally, I would like hold off my bosses for a little bit just to make sure that everything's okay. I don't really want to crash out, even if we know what the cause is. Even if we know what the cause is, I think I would like to minimize the DCing, just in case. Because a few people in my guild are pretty disappointed that they DC'd, not knowing that. Like there are some things that are causing DCs right now. Alright, give us a black bean mark, that'd be nice. Oh, no black bean mark today. Alright, I'll do normal pink bean as well, just because we can. And if we don't get it, I'll start Commercy this stream. I've said that like the last 3 weeks. I could have had like 5 or 6 monocles by now, but instead I decided to be lazy, so. Let's find out if we actually get it or not. Also, how's the music volume? I changed the playlist today, so it's might be a little bit loud. Sail those seas, yup. It's not even too bad, so I don't mind it too much. Hello, Toast, welcome. Okay. Right. Alright, welcome to Sturf. Hopefully I said your name right. What I'm going to do is, now that I have all of my things accepted, I'm going to start off with my usual. I'll do half an hour's of training, because that seems productive. I still have some 3x here, some MVPs. I can probably grab some more VIPs and stuff. You should change that blaster bar to buy Bugcat NX. The Bugcat NX is pretty insane for Wild Hunter. I don't know if you guys are in the Discord, you might have seen you might have already seen me put that in, but it's kind of insane. For people crashing despite not changing presets, that's what I've heard too. Actually, JH made a post in the Discord saying that there's a few things causing crashes. The first one is changing presets, and the other one is having your inventory open. And I think they might have broken something regarding FAMs as well. So it could be a lot of things that are causing crashes. Right now, I'm just gonna stay on the safe side, and I won't worry too much about my bosses today. So see if people can figure out what exactly is going on, and if so, then maybe I'll do some bosses, but probably not today. I'll save it up for tomorrow. A lot of new things today, anyway. Oh, I have everything except my Legion. My Legion wealth. Hello, Brandon. Welcome. Oh, Brandon, were you always a member? I'm at that point where I'm starting to lose track. You probably already were, like, even yesterday or a previous stream. I just probably forgot. I'm starting to lose track a little bit. Also, appreciate it. Thank you for joining as a member. Just became a member a few days ago. Ah, there you go. Okay. Alright. Let's do all of these kill dailies all at the same time. We're gonna do like 1,000 mobs, but for Cernium we gotta do 3,000 anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, for those who just joined to the stream, I just got a Dom Pendant today. First Dom Pendant on this character. Let's go. First Dom Pendant. Feels good. Still don't have a black bean mark though, which is kind of tragic, but I think I'll finish this 30 minutes. I'll finish my dailies, and then I'm going to go start Commercy, unfortunately. Because, yeah. Now that we have a 5, 10, 15 confirmed, this is something I probably should do. I think Commercy is a good one. We have 3 weeks, so about 18 days, and in 18 days I could probably get 2 or 3 monocles. Maybe we'll find things to Star Force. I think if we can get a monocle to 19, that'd be pretty hype, actually. Or I could even, depending on how much money I have for 5, 10, 15, I could even just roulette 2 monocles up. So I can go like 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19. And just keep going like that. And see how far I can push both the items at the same time. Best case scenario, I get a 21 monocle. Worst case scenario, I blow up one and I keep the other one at whatever it is. That's more insane than you're dumping. The next one finishing it mate an hour early. Usually when they finish early, it tends to be buggy. Which it sorta is right now. The people have been getting crashes today, so be a bit careful, yeah guys? Be a bit careful. Put your keyboard down on the ground. Does it count as a foot pedal? You know what? I'm not ready to answer philosophical questions like that. Hello Samuel, welcome. How's everybody this reset though? Hopefully you guys didn't crash too much. Hopefully didn't crash in the bosses. I still feel really bad for some people in my guild who like ran their hard lucid immediately after reset and then crashed. Like that's like the bug at the moment. I feel particularly bad for somebody in a guild who I think needed one more will run to be able to get their weapon. Like they needed like probably a few more droplets, and then they crashed out of the boss, which is so tragic. Like I feel so bad for them. Hopefully next one will compensate, but might be a little bit optimistic asking them for compensation for that. I don't think they will. Hopefully they get compensated because it wouldn't just be them. I think if enough people send through tickets, maybe they'll compensate everyone. But we'll see what happens. Times like this, I'm okay being Australian, even though I can't. I do technically miss out on one day, right? Because I'm one day behind here compared to a lot of people. But I think that's fine. Because people find out about the bugs that we just don't know about. And that's just how it is. Stop bossing after you heard the crashing. I'm sure that it's like safe if you're careful. But it's not like... I don't want to be worried about DCing out of a boss. Especially if the boss gives good stuff. Like if you're really wanting certain pitch boss, if it's like your last pitch boss, you don't want to DC out of it. Well, in my case, I just want anything. So yeah, hopefully the people who were affected by it get compensated for it. It's a bit tragic, honestly. Hey, what's that? What's this thing? Oh, it's the choo-choo event thing. Also have no idea what's going on in Lotus Remaster. It just looks like dodge everything. I was watching some people do the Chaos or Extreme version. And yeah, there's a lot of like immediate reaction sort of attacks. Kind of reminds me a lot of Hard Lucid. Do you know how when Hard Lucid does lasers, you have to kind of dodge out of the way pretty quickly? Or like maybe like V-Healer's strings where you just have to dodge them. The new Lotus reminds me a lot of that. I think that this new remaster is going to be very good for the community. Because people who are going to start soloing normal Lotus and Hard Lotus, they are going to be forced to learn how to move their character a lot more consistently. You know what I mean? It's much harder to play greedy in Lotus now. From what I can tell. So I think overall, if once people get used to Lotus, I think everyone's going to be get a lot better at the game. Which is good. Because a lot of other bosses require you to stand in and out of specific things. So this will be good for the community. We'll see what happens though. How are you guys enjoying the event so far? Or are you guys just taking it easy on this event because, yeah, obviously it's not like the previous one. The previous one was pretty insane. I'm somewhat looking forward to this, mostly for the star forcing events to be honest. These events I think are like pretty okay. Nothing too special. I think mostly excited for like the node stones. I think a lot of these things have like node stones that you can get. I think this thing gave you like 300. Look at that, 16 days or 300 nodes. That's pretty crazy. I'm gonna quickly loot this and take that portal. Oh. Oh my god. I mean... guys. Oh, pardon me. I can't. I can't. Don't look, guys. Don't look. I trust this man to catch stars. Oh. Yeah, I think your trust might be a little bit misplaced. Which one is the AFK event? The full AFK event I don't think is started yet. I think that's in September. And it's only for like 2 weeks. Apart from fam cards and fams, a good event. Yeah, I think the event is okay. And that's what we want though. We don't want anything too heavy because we just came off of a pretty heavy event, I'd say. The previous event, there's a lot of things going on. Now it's just much more chill, which is good. A lot of it is just 1,000 mobs and then you're just playing MapleStory. You're not playing the event at the moment. Lynn Deimos shield is bugged? Yeah. It's just a non-KMS thing, I think. They probably just copy-pasted it and just made most of the mages that aren't like the KMS mages unable to wear it. So hopefully Lynn's shield gets fixed because I'm pretty sure they're allowed to use it. Pretty sure the class was like sold, like explicitly told that they can wear a shield. I vaguely remember that from the job transfer for BT. Because BT could use shield as well. They'll fix it? They're very good. My friend who I duo with in Kronos, they play Lyn. And they'll like to be, something's wrong with my shield, like I can't equip it. I'm like, yeah. Hopefully they fix it for you soon because I think it's pretty annoying. You don't really want to make another secondary in the meantime. You just lose a lot of damage, especially if it's like a proper secondary with 20 stars. It's a bit rough. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that this event is mostly chill. Not too fussed about min-maxing a lot of these things. I want to try to check in as often as possible so that I can get more node stones. That way I can unlock my my 6th job on this character a little bit better, because most of my skills are not even 25. I think my highest skill is at 24? I want to say. Yeah, this is 24, this is at, oh my god, this is at 7. This one's at 15. I don't even know what my grenade is. Yeah, so it's looking a little rough here for our 6th job, but that's okay. We're going for Soul Janus first, so we have some time to get more node stones. And then once we get enough node stones, then we'll hopefully be able to push our 6th job a little bit further. Ideally, I would like to have maxed skill nodes on this character before the hyper burn. That way, when we get more node stones for the hyper burn, I'll be able to put it on that one. Kind of like how I stopped putting nodes onto my Xenon. I think that'd be ideal. Oh, I didn't have my fams out? Oh, my fams have not been out, guys. I think it might have been because I went into a portal or something. Or I went to the event map, probably, to grab something. All good. Yeah. I'm also kind of hoping that in 2 months, this character will be done with Golix. I almost can buy my first piece of Golix. I only need another 180, so that's one more week of Golix. Then I'll be able to get either the sub ring or the sub pendant. I think I'm probably going to end up getting the pendant. Because I don't have damage pendants. I think. I also don't have damage rings, but that's okay. I think the pendant has better base stats than the ring. Did your combat decrease this patch? It probably did, because we lost the damage from the previous event. I think I went from like, I know I'm in my training gear, but even in my training gear, I went from like 9 mil down to 8 mil. So definitely lost a little bit. I feel a lot of people lost a bit. The Bobcat event confuses me. Is to kill mobs or the mobs in the event map? I think it's in the event map. You're meant to kill and get enough points to cap out, and then once you cap out, you get some stuff. And the points required to cap out increase as the event goes on, from what I understand. But the mobs also give you more points as you kill them. If anyone knows for sure, feel free to correct me. I'm only saying these things at a glance. But yeah, thankfully, it looks like most of the event stuff goes pretty quick. So we don't spend too much time doing the boring event stuff. So far, so good. Got 72 and all 6 all stat on drop. Ooh, that's a pretty good flame. Like 72 and 6, holy. If your current one's only at 17 star with legendary, I would actually, yeah, and you plan on using it as your damage gear. Like if you plan on 21, 22ing a Dom Pendant, I would personally switch over. Because it's not that expensive to get back 17 star. And legendary pot. Like comparing 17 star legendary pot against trying to intentionally roll a flame that good, I think the flame is way more expensive. That's a pretty crazy flame. Yeah, if I were you, I think I would actually, like, make that my damage gear. I'm inclined to agree. I'd say make a new pendant. Start it up on Saturday? Or Sunday, rather? Yeah. That's a pretty insane flame, though. Like, that sort of flame was what people were aiming for back in the day when they were trying to transpose their Dom pendants. And that was never a cheap flame to hit. I'm sure if you spent like 10 bill on flames, you would not get that flame. Or anything close to it if you were like just rolling average. So, you know, 10 bill for an insane flame, if you can compare it like that. Oil, trying to line it plus 17 stars gonna be less than 10 bill. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more insane that flame is. Congrats, dude. Actually huge. Sunday should be fun though. First Star Forcing event in a while, and I think at this pace that I'm going, I might even have like 20 bill, maybe a little bit more than 20 bill going into it, which is kind of crazy considering how like I only saved for about a week. Tell me how I hit a book 2 weeks in a row from hard will. Yo, that's crazy. 2 books is actually like peak performance, honestly. Because if you have 2 books, assuming you didn't like have somebody that you were happy to give it away for, in which case that's fair too. Like you can give away your book, but if you have 2 books for yourself, you can just flame one, and then you get a good flame, and you just flame the other one to try to get better if you have expiring flames. That is like so peak. You don't need to use black flames. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't you save for another 2 weeks for the 510? The thing is, I want to get into hard healer as fast as possible right now, like hard V healer. If I wait another 2 weeks, it might compromise my chances of getting potentially a black mage run in. Because I think the guys in Big Blue House, like my guild that I'm in, on my Xenon and my battle mage, I think that they're splitting up a bunch of parties, so I might be able to get a spot on my Wild Hunter. Might be. But of course, I need to clear hard V healer to do that. And I'm currently getting carried by JH, but I don't want to be in that run for longer than like 20-25 minutes. And I feel awful doing that if I was getting carried. So I want to try to make as many gains as possible, as fast as possible. It's obviously not optimal, especially because we know that 5, 10, 15 is coming up, but I need as many gains as possible. When you plan on Star Forcing? I might try to get my CRAs to 21. They're currently at 20. That one's a little bit of something. I have a few items that I might be able to send to 18, maybe 19. The main issue for me right now is definitely just spares. I don't have that many spares of anything. Honestly, if some items just don't work out for me, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try 21 some Absolab. Or just 20 stars some Absolab. 21 to fodder and leave the Absolab at 20. Because I can buy some of the fodders, I think, right? I can probably buy, like, the shoes fodder. I think the shoulders fodder. Just getting as many stars as I can, basically. No, I won't have any superiors this week. Got a pap mark today? Good thing I started Commercy, yeah. But wait, Sam, were you the one that got the Katara recently? could have had a little break from Commercy, but I guess you're back in if you're the same person as I'm thinking. Yo, I just got like 4 fruit in a row. Is this thing meant to be rare? Oh, what did I just pick up? Like, it took me a while to see the first one, and then just 3 of them flopped out. It wasn't you? Ah, okay. All good. Because I remember somebody else saying that they hit the transpose on their Katara. I was just wondering if that was you. Yeah, the main plan is trying to get as many stars above 17 as I can. But it's kind of hard on this Wild Hunter because a lot of the stuff is spares gated. As for the event that gets more stats, yeah. I'll try to reset it after I finish this this coupon, because I wouldn't mind getting like either some extra damage of sorts, like, you know, boss damage or something like that, just to help out with the weeklies this week. Either that, or I'll be pretty happy also with EXP. I think EXP would also be pretty good. Have you tried the new Lotus yet? I haven't done any bosses yet, actually. I mean, I did Chaos Pink Bean, but I don't think we will count that. But I heard a lot of people were crashing, so I'm a little bit scared to go into some of these bosses at the moment. Cleared it and got a black heart? Hey, congrats. Congrats on your black heart. Did you just do Hard Lotus or did you do Extreme? Actually, would they? Do they have the event on for like the first 100 clears yet? I remember that was a thing in KMS, but I don't know if that's here. Do you want a pseudo MPA carry in 10 minutes? I can take an MPA. I'm down for MPA. Just some easy EXP for all of us. Stressful day at work. Decided to play Maple Tilt from work. Died out of hard lucid. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. That is rough. I'm sorry to hear, man. Hopefully your day gets better. It's the rough part about work when it's like you bring it home with you. Well, at least you have some time to relax a little bit now, hopefully. A lot of the bosses are actually pretty buggy at the moment, so maybe it's not the worst case. Got Zerk's second run. Nice. 5, 10, 15 or 30% better to Star Force CRA to 22. It should be about the same. The 30% off will be... It will blow up more of your items, obviously, but I think on average it's about the same. It's about the same. So you aim for the Wild Hunter. Right now, I'm going to try to see if I can solo hard V healer. I think that's my minimum goal now. Whenever I make a character past 260, I want to see if I can get it to hard V healer solo. I'd be pretty happy with that, because then hard V healer is just like a very nice C10 boss to stop on. You get chances of social suffering, which is really cool. But also, it indicates to me that this character is strong enough to do most of my weeklies pretty fast for a good amount of money. It'd probably take me about an hour to 2 hours to finish all of my weeklies, but I'll get about like 4 bill from all the weeklies. So, you know, that's about 2 bill an hour. That's pretty reasonable. That's about as fast as like having multiple multiple normal Lotus Damien mules, right? Like normal Damien and normal Lotus within half an hour is like a really nice speed. You finish all your bosses, including Lotus and Damien, in half an hour. That puts you at about 2.5 bill per hour. I think if my C10E characters can also reach a similar speed, I'm pretty happy with that. You got lag in Will? Yeah. 30% off is less scam for CRA and Fodders, and for the rest is pure scam. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using 30% off on items that you would usually safeguard. That's my my opinion on it. Because like I will tell people this every time that it comes up. 30% off is an event where you blow up items. That's the best way you think about it. You go into the event with as much money as you can, and you just send your item, and just hope that it hits. Or you roulette your items on items that don't need the safeguard, and you just hope that it hits. You don't go into 30% off expecting to finish all of your items unless you have a lot of money. The whole point of it is just to blow up fodders. So it's very useful for events that for items like Golix, CRA, Absolab if you're doing that, or if you just have way too many, like, I don't know, Carnage treasures or whatever extra items you might have. Never gotten above 19 before in 180 builds total spent. You let your wife Star Force and she hit 22 in 2 pieces straight. Sometimes it's just random items are cursed. 180 bill and not seeing above 19 is quite rough though. That's quite rough. Hopefully your luck turns around, because I want to say that my luck early on was very similar to that. Especially if you have like gears that need to be safeguarded, then it's just going to become so expensive. It's not the account, it's you. Oh man. New Darknail's much easier now. I'm glad to hear. New Darknail, no meteors should be a lot more comfortable clear for a lot more players, hopefully. How do you gear up boss mules? Do you just give them cores and CRA? So ideally, I would like to get them CRA as soon as possible. It's like the easiest thing, right? CRA is best in slot. For almost every player, CRA is best in slot, so it's amazing on mules. And then once I get the CRA, I would try to get it Absolab, if possible. So, you know, just break it down into steps. Like, how do I get Absolab? Well, I need to do 5% in Lotus or Damien. How do I do 5% in Lotus and Damien? Try to get some damage, and then you gotta think, you know, how much do you want to invest in it? If you don't want to invest too much money, you want to try and see if you can put node stones on it. Node stones are just really good amount of extra damage without paying Meso. Or if you have a Star Forcing event coming up, you could get your gears to 16. You don't really need to potential things. I know this might sound like a hot take, right? This might sound like a hot take, but I genuinely hate cubing potentials on my mules. A lot of people will say you should get your WSC to legendary. I think that's a waste of money. Personally. I think if I'm getting a bossing mule to like, even to Lotus Damien, like, I feel like, oh, WSE is kind of a low value investment because you don't have that much attack for it to like make much of a difference. You're better off spending the same amount of money just star forcing things to 16. Like, how much money do you need to spend to get both of them to legendary? It's probably like 1 to 2 bill each, right? And that's assuming you get like average luck. So that's 4 bill total. In 4 bill, you could definitely 16 star like 4 or 5 items. Especially on event, maybe even cheaper on event. I don't know what the price is, but on a 5, 10, 15, it'd probably be like 500 mil per item. That's 8 16 stars. I think you'd get more out of it. Then, if you actually like the class, sure, then you can push your WSE. But I am not a fan of pushing WSE to legendary early. So you have no attack to boost. But yeah, I think typically speaking though, just trying to get cheap gains. 16 stars is very cheap. Epic one line is very cheap. What else? You could even like unique. Unique is actually like pretty value as well. Just 2 line on unique is plenty, honestly. And it's really cheap to do 2 line unique. You probably need like 20 bright cubes to tier up from epic to unique. But that's probably even low rolling it, like being a bit unlucky, I feel. And then just use some bright cubes. Not bright cubes. Is it bright cubes? No, glowing cubes to reroll on unique. If it tears up, then sure. But otherwise, you can just roll it for like 9 attack plus IED, 9 attack plus and a second line of attack, 9 attack plus boss damage. There's a lot of different combinations you can go for that's cheap. 14 to 15 is cursed. That's, yeah. That will happen though. 14 to 15 is for sure the cursed star. You know what? 14 to 15, that star makes 30% off. Pretty good. You get that 30% off, you take it. If it gets stuck, it is what it is, but hey, at least you can get it back. Alright, let me just sell some of these things. Alright, I'm gonna go do my dailies now. Let's get Hand Incernium. Get our fragments. Oh, how good is this now, guys? When you claim these symbols, it just goes straight. It goes straight into your symbols now. So nice. So you don't have to like double claim them. Super nice. Okay. Oops. Let's go Arcane River. Hard cubes are great for tearing up. Yeah, for sure. Like the free boss cubes are so good for mules because like it didn't cost you anything to reroll, and if you happen to tear up, hey, it's free. Just got your first ever Twilight Mark. Hey, congrats, Caleb. Do you go Fafnir weapon or Absol on mules? Just depends on how much I like the character. I think if you were trying to go for Lotus and Damien clears, I would definitely recommend Absols. But the real answer is whatever you want to put effort to. If you just want them to clear up to Chaos Vellum, you probably don't need an Absol weapon. But if you want to try to push further than that, Absol weapon is pretty good. Like the 5-set Absol is just too strong. And the Absol weapon's base attack is so much better than Fafnir. It's so much better. Gonna use 30% off to push 12 stars to 15. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to like optimize and be like cheap with your meso, get your mules to 15 stars on this Sunday, and then get them to 16 or 17 star on the 5, 10, 15. That seems pretty smart. If you're okay being patient. Oh, somebody's here. Oh, they left. Only bosses with loot rooms are bugged right now. I think it has something to do with like presets and inventory stuff. So I don't actually know what's going on. I'm just not touching anything until people figure out what's going on, or if they fix it. When do you think is a good time to start making bossing mules? When your mains nodes are mostly done. I think. Let me open this Wild Hunter up so I can show you guys, right? So you have like your main 4 bossing skills. Most classes have like a bunch of different bossing skills, right? But I think if your main ones are maxed, so for my case it's like Jaguar Storm, Wild Arrow Blast, and Primal Fury. Maybe extra skills like Vicious, depending on the class. And then like most of your boost nodes are done. When a lot of them are done, you can consider putting nodes onto your mules, and then you'll give them a lot of decent damage. The further pushed your main is, the better time it is for you to work on your mules. Still want MPE? Oh, sorry. I'll come along. What channel are you on? I'll come along. I completely forgot. Channel 8? I'll come. You guys can see how tragic my Wild Hunter is in MPE. Just want to know the best way to level from 10 to 130 these, so I can use the bonk potions. So what I say is, you want to use any event that they give you early on. So sometimes they give us 0 to 100 events. I think the previous event they gave us stuff like that, so see if you can use any of those. Or otherwise, I personally did a lot of the theme dungeons up to 60, and then I just used 2x and 3x coupons and just use them on my mules. If you're playing in the previous event, you'll probably have like a lot of these 3x coupons, and honestly, they're not bad used on mules. It seems weird to use them on something that's not your main, but I did this actually a lot at the beginning of my Legion. I used a lot of 2x and 3x's on my mules just to get them done. I know it's not on my main, it's not efficient, but who cares? I'm just trying to get my Legion done, you know? Why do I care what other people think? I'm just gonna get my Legion done. Just started in Hyperion. So training's the way to go. Yeah, if there's no events that are on at the moment, you just kind of just train them. There's no trick to it, is what I'm saying, right? You just see if there's any EXP events on that you can use. It's okay to use EXP events on your mules, even though they can be used on your main. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? One of the most common things is actually the EXP vouchers. A lot of people at the start of Hyperion, whenever they got EXP vouchers, I'm about to get some here, right? So here I got 365 EXP vouchers, right? At the beginning of Hyperion, a lot of people just use these straight away on their main, and I was just patient with it, and I pushed a lot of Legion with those sorts of stuff. Does drop affect fam card drops? Yes, it does. Using this lull as a cooldown for Night Trip by leveling Nightwalker to 260. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is a chill event. This is a very chill event. If you're just having a good time, want to play the game with not too much stress, this event is nice. Look how tragic my damage is. I'm trying my best, guys, I swear. Sorry boys, I'm weak. Oh my god, there's one more left. My team's molding. I'm helping. Oh my god. I was helping. Not anymore. I fell so far. Oh, these guys are so strong. They're covering everything. I'm so useless. You got smacked? Dude, I'm actually so useless. This is like the pain of playing a 260 character. I'm trying my best, guys, I swear. Thank you for taking me. Nice 3% EXP. How do I leave my party? Here we go. Let's finish off our dailies. Good night. Take care, man. I appreciate the Monster Park run. Using Vac Pet feels so good. No wonder people smell 100 on them. Yeah, it's night and day. Night and day. Especially if you're farming, just being able to be lazy with your farming is insane. What are you guys going to be spending the Star Forcing events on? For those who are going to be doing stuff on the Star Forcing event? Ooh, a droplet. Did I miss that droplet? Yeah. Is there a shop at this event? I don't think so. With a Vac Pet, couldn't you just hold down Hurricane and Wild Hunter and move left, right with 3 button foot pedal? Technically. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but maybe it won't be that good with rates. I feel like I need to jump around to like place down summons and stuff. Trying to get Arcanes to 19 stars? Ooh, good luck. Arcanes are always pretty spicy. Especially if you're safeguarding. Almost 12 hours worth of 3x coupons from last event. And if you don't think you can get through them, just use them when you do your dailies. I think for most people when they're doing their 3000 mobs, it'll probably take about 15 minutes anyway. That's basically half a 30-minute coupon. It's not too bad. I'm gonna hope for some decent stars this Sunday. To a small wealth? Yeah, that's what I've been doing too. Just a small wealth, just a 30-minute coupon. You'll slowly get through them. Even if you don't finish them, you might as well. Oh. I'm so low on coins. 300 coins left. Alright, last one. I think with that, that's basically all my dailies done. I just need to... probably just need to do the bug cat thing, right? That one doesn't seem too bad. Does Bugcat's event give decent amount of stuff? Does it give it like EXP coupons or anything? I can't remember off the top of my head. Ooh, lodestones. Mostly cosmetics gives flat EXP. Is the EXP good? I guess it won't be that good if I was 260, right? I guess it's more for the cosmetics than anything. Might be better on a mule. It's a bit of a shame. I don't really have any other characters that I really want to push. I mean, I guess the mechanic... The mechanic gave like 0.2 EXP at 241. That is quite little. So it looks like it's just one of those things you just claim early. Nice. Okay. For these Choo Choo special boosters, are these as good as the VIP boosters? I'm gonna assume they're not as good as the VIP boosters, but they're probably alright, yeah? Same thing? Ooh. Not as good? I mean, I'd be surprised if it was as good, considering how many they'll give you of this. Ah, wonderful. That's actually pretty good. Like, all that arcane force is pretty good. I mean, I lose a little bit of money, but that's fine. Just replace flames with bubbles. I see, I see. That's a lot of EXP then that they give you. It's not losing money if you're gaining stat? Yeah. It's a guaranteed gain too, which is quite nice. Alright, I do have a Dom pendant, but I kind of want to save these black flames. Are there any more? Are there any cheap flames? Well, I want to spend a little bit of money on this. I won't be too greedy about it. Just gonna hope that I hit something reasonable, because I do want to make this into damage gear. Save the flames with the blaster, that is crazy. Yeah, 16 and 5, this is kind of whatever. I know this is probably not the best use of money, but it's kind of nice having a Dom pendant. Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? Yo, 80 int flat. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. 72. Not that much better, but we'll take it. bit of a rabbit hole trying to flame random items. Okay. Now. Let's get this done. I'm gonna start on Commercy because I haven't seen a eye accessory for a while. Oh, that's not the right quest line, is it? Okay, where do I have to go again? I have to go to Lit Harbor. Right? Wait, what am I supposed to do? Wait, was the quest there and I just like clicked past it? Maple Story players don't read. Oh no, I have to talk to... There we go. There we go. And we gotta clear a bunch of these mobs. Is there a set effect for Commercy? There's not. I just want to start it now because I'm, I think, 3 or 4 weeks in without seeing a pink bean mark. And I really should have started it on the first week that I didn't get the black bean mark. Actually, because of the, this monocle is like basically 1 a week. But I think at the time, maybe it was better that I didn't do Commercy, just because I think I might have been a little bit annoyed having to do so many dailies. But now that I am done with my training on my Wild Hunter to get Cernium unlocked, and I also finished my Arcane River dailies on my Xenon, it's perfect for me to do this. Did you clear Pap today? I can clear Pap, actually. Should I go clear Pap? On the off chance I do get a Pap mark, making this double efficient. Alright, let's finish this quest. Just on the off chance, right? We don't have much to lose. Maybe a little bit overkill. Okay, maybe that was a little overkill, but it's alright. We didn't need to use Origin on CPAP, didn't really deserve that, but it's okay. Weren't you 245 a week ago? I think so. The previous event gave us a lot of level up potions. So I didn't manually grind this. I did some, but most of it was just from the event. hopefully hopefully by the time that we get a bunch of monocles for the 5, 10, 15, we should be able to maybe get a black bean mark as well, so I can use that as drop gear. I think it might be a little bit better than my Zakum accessory. So my Zakum, but the Zakum accessory I think is pretty okay from what I remember. The one that I was using at least. It was like 2 lines of dex, which is kind of crazy. Finally solo H-Dark, but the bit says after nerf. That's okay. H-Dark is a bit of a pain. A clear is a clear. In my opinion, just because it's the nerfed version doesn't mean that it's less impressive. It's like saying like Black Mage solos aren't that impressive anymore. Solos are still a solo of Black Mage, even though they've made the boss a bit easier. Yeah, don't sell yourself short. Most players can't solo H-Dark. Most players can't stay alive in H-Dark for longer than 10 minutes, so you take that. Huge Hallie. I try. Another Commercy. Pink Bean's just not dropping me the item. Pink Bean is just not dropping me the item. Still enjoying Wild Hunter? I'd say so. Still kind of learning the class. Right now I'm still definitely in the preparing the gear stage for this character. I mean, as a as an N Lomian mule, this character's already done. I can probably do N Lomian in under like 20 minutes, which is pretty good. But I kind of want to push it a little bit further. It's pretty close to being able to do hard Damien. Oh, sorry, not hard Damien, hard Lotus in a reasonable amount of time. Where's the quest? Where's the get rich quick thing? Is it here? There it is. Where's this road to Blaster? Bit of a long story. So yeah, that was it guys for the pre-quest. How easy is that to start Commercy? It's very easy to set up. It takes like 5 minutes of like a few cutscenes and stuff. Where's this road to Blaster? Well, I said as a joke, if total donations add up to 1,000, I'll do a Hyperburn Blaster. As you can tell, we're not quite there yet, but that's okay. I'm okay not working on a Blaster. How the fragments for Soul Jazz coming along? It's getting there. It's getting there. I am like 1 more day. Need 1 more day. If I do High Mountain, I'll need an extra day. My donate so I can learn it, guys. It's not the Blaster. You guys gotta chill with the Blaster. So close to AFK farming? Yeah, pretty close. It's because for Hard Lotus, I felt like I could clear it, so I unlocked the second mastery, which I thought might have been able to give me a little bit more damage to clear the boss, because I was so close last time. But what ended up being the issue was not damage, it was my hands, and I jumped into like 5 different mechanics, and then I just died out. So a little bit tragic there, but at least I have my second mastery for my my future boss runs, so it's not too bad. Second mastery always good to have, yeah. That's what I figured as well. It seemed like it gave a lot of damage, just at a glance. It made a lot of sense to me to just unlock it. That's okay, I delayed my Soul Janus by a little bit, but I'm pretty weak anyway. So it's not like the Soul Janus was gonna make my farming AFK. That was my my thought process. Okay, now I need to do 5 of these. Did your first e-cast here? Hey, congrats. What do you think it's worth to queue for hybrid farming accessories? In my opinion, if you're just farming hella, just in general, like if you're farming or planning to farm for over 2 hours regularly, then hybrids are a reasonable investment. I think if you farm less than that per day, I don't know if I would recommend it. It's quite expensive to go for hybrids. Like genuinely, hybrids are very expensive, and it takes a while for it to come around and make itself back, especially if you get unlucky. In my personal experience, my hybrids have costed anywhere between 10 and 20 bill each. Sometimes I get lucky and get it cheap, but I feel like maybe 25% of my items were done within 5 bill, and then the rest of them were like 10 plus. Oh my god, not the Blasters series. And also, do you know the worst thing about this? My bar doesn't update automatically, so every time that you guys donate, I have to manually update this. I appreciate the support though. But at the same time, I need to remember to update it. I have been good updating it so far though. Hopefully you see some arcane boxes for 5, 10, 15. Yeah, hopefully that'd be the case. I would like to see a weapon. Weapon would be huge. But honestly, I'll just take whatever. Anything. I'll be happy with... because I'll be doing at least Sea Gloom and Lucid Will. If we could get some Twilight Marks, that'd be pretty good as well. That's a nice item to 17. What else? Yeah, just arcanes in general. Just hope for the best. 6 jobs don't take so long. Yeah, they will take a while. It's legit what I'm doing on my 0. Wait, so both of you guys are still trying to transpose your first pap mark? Is that what you're saying? It's taken so long that you've seen a second pap mark? That is tragic. You just never got a black bean mark? Okay, so you're doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm like 3 or 4 weeks in, and I was just thinking in hindsight, maybe I should have started on week 1. If I started on week 1, I would have had like 7 or 8 spares of this monocle. That's a lot of spares of monocles if I kept up with the dailies. And the monocle is pretty good too, right? Like let's not downplay that. The monocle's a good item. Slowly but surely, road to Blaster. Cannot believe you've done this, Bill. The booster is this thing. I think you get this from finishing the choo-choo check-in. It's like this one. Like after you check in, you get some boosters, if I'm not mistaken. flames don't stay when transposing anymore. You don't get the flame anymore, but you can still transpose for like the extra star. It's like a really small min-max thing, but if you're planning on maining the character, it's probably worthwhile. It's just basically a free star. But the item itself is already pretty good, even if it's not good. Like, even if it's not like best in slot, it's still a really good item. The fact that it's a 160 item makes its potential better. It's not boss like advantage, but because just the star force you gain from it and like the pot, like extra couple % from the pot, like the potential is so good. Like I think a 21 monocle will beat out a 21 pap mark every time, and monocle at least you can just keep buying them. You can't keep getting pap marks unless you get really lucky. You get boosters from killing mobs as well. Ah, I see. It's like the VIP boosters. Depends on the pap mark flame level. Realistically, if you were trying to perfect a pap mark flame, you would also realistically max out your monocle, right? So this is what I'm thinking. Like, this is how I compare those two items. Like, realistically, you're not going to get a very high start pap mark. Realistically, you got to be really lucky to even get it to 21 in general, let alone 22. But I think in every single situation, a perfectly flamed pap mark at 22 will still probably lose to a perfectly flamed 22 monocle. I'm over it. Oh no. Did Extreme Lotus break you? Not the Extreme Lotus. Is it the current event? Yes, it's the current event. If I play perfect, it's doable, but P3 is not. Sounds rough. I was watching some people try to do P3 and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around in that. A lot of things going on. Okay. Can I do it one more time? I can. And I can unlock the new area as well, which is nice. And then tomorrow I'll be able to do a few runs of the new area and unlock CPQ, I think. I think it takes 2 days to unlock CPQ, right? That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. You don't see any booster? You have to finish it. You got Pap Mark? No, I just have nothing. I don't have Pap Mark, I don't have a Black Bean Mark. The booster you get from mobs or from just finishing the daily, I think. So if you hand this in, this reward here, you just need to kill 1,000 mobs. You'll get it. Oh, we get a mag pot at the end of this. Pretty neat. Can I re-roll this while I'm here? Can only use in town. Unfortunate. A booster's affected by zone? Do you mean like your map? I'm assuming it's like the VIP boosters we got in the previous events. Okay, I can sail to the new area now. I'm assuming it scales with the map. So you should probably use it in like, ideally the best map you can go to. That's my assumption. It would be weird if it scales on your level. How much Arcane Force for extra damage on Black Mage? Sorry, the little the little reaction thing on my screen is covering it. It's like 14 something, right? I forget what the number is. Because your default's like 13, some 13 number. 1455. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay. Does this count as a town? I kind of want to have a look at this thing. I kind of want to reroll for EXP. Well, this place doesn't count as town. That's crazy. So you get to use this to reroll once, right? And it's like a random amount. Wow, look at that. 30 attack. I kind of want EXP though, so I kind of want to reroll. This is so gross. What is this? These are not stars. So, oh, you can keep your old one. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'll take a 30 attack, why not? Is 30 attack better than 20 boss damage? 30 attack, 20 boss damage. I mean, both of them seem pretty reasonable. Anyone know the calculations for like 30 versus 20 boss damage? I feel like the 20 boss damage seems better. Oh, where's the 20 boss? That's what I figured too. So I click no. Click yes to go after. Okay. Click no before. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'll keep that for the time being. The extra damage is nice too. I just wanted to see if I could get some free EXP, but 20% boss damage, I'll take it. It's like a permanent fam, right? Probably just do boss damage and ignore defense for the time being. I think, personally, I'll just take EXP plus usable, if that makes sense. I think a 3-star EXP, and then hope the other two are like some kind of damage bonus I'd be pretty happy with. Like 30% EXP, is that the max one? 30% EXP, and then like some boss, some ID, some attack, you know, something like that. Not too picky with it. I think the EXP might be nice. But if I'm going for damage, we'll see what happens. Okay. So is that pretty much all I need to do today? I think that's all the check-ins. I guess I could do that too, but I'm not too fussed about that. Max EXP is 15? Ah, okay. I meant like 3-star, but yeah, 15. That makes sense. Thank you for the correction. We can do some of our easy weekly bosses for some easy money. See. So from just doing the basic. Oh. Oh. There we go. Ooh, we got a cape. That's decent fodder, in case we want to Star Force something for fun. You have 30 attack, 20 boss, and 5 buff? That's crazy. That sounds crazy. That's double 3 stars. Oh god. For some reason I thought I was a mechanic. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? I just like walked into that. I'm just gonna bind this boss. No messing around. Alright. Said drop, nobody drop. Oh. I was wondering what you meant. That's rough. In pubs, you don't drop 4 people unless everybody is coordinated. It's so hard to coordinate V-Healer pubs. Honestly, I personally just don't even run pubs unless like I'm ready to like die out, which is what happened on my Xenon, which is it was kind of fun. That run on my Xenon was pretty fun. V-Healer pubs should be a right side 1 to 2 burst. Yeah, probably. I think anything more than that, you're asking for too much coordination. It's not like the ideal way of playing V-Healer, but I think anything more than that, you're asking for way too much coordination. Yeah, it's like a negative feedback loop, isn't it? Ooh. I should do this. Right wall is the best way. Swan with the right side elitism. Shake my head. Honestly, like when it comes to a public V-Healer run, that's probably the way to go. Just hide on the right side. Everybody does their best to have healing fams, and everyone just hides in the corner, and they just hope that the healing fams can just go through it. I mean, if you have 6 people and everybody has a healing fam or 2, if they happen to be all HP healing fams that are staggered, every time you get hit, you're just going to be back to full. So, yeah. Never join a pub, but if I do, I'm not going to rerun for anyone. Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't want to rerun. I wouldn't want to rerun a hard V-Healer for like a pub party. That doesn't sound fun. If you die out of any boss and your party clears, you lose your run. So you're gonna. That's why V-Healer is such a weird one, because you can just you lose focus for 1 second and then you get hit by a few strings. You just have to accept that you're not getting those strings back. The rest of the party is not gonna cleanse for you unless they are also in danger themselves. The only time that I have ever personally cleansed in a V-Healer pub was because the guy who was like the strongest person in the party was on 1. Now, if I am in a carry party and the strongest person that I know is like 80 mil combat power or something is at 1, I'm dropping my strings for that person. I don't care. I'm dropping my strings for that person. If they die out, the run is doomed. The run is doomed, the rest of us are dying out. Yeah, if you're 80 mil, you can solo, but like, there's still people with those like kind of high combat power numbers, which, you know, it's possible. They just want a fast run. Who cares? And some people just straight up don't have the hands to solo it, because I think at 80 mil, it's still like a 15-minute run or so. It's not the shortest run. Not the shortest run. I can understand why people don't want to be in that boss for more than 10 minutes. It's harder to carry than solo. It is. It is. Unless you're just all in the corner, unless you're just in the corner. Which is probably why people with like high combat powers would do it in a party. You just hide in the corner. Don't think about it, just hide in the corner, everybody just one burst it. Just a bunch of origins, call it a day. You have a difficult combo. You're gonna be okay, mate. so. Yeah, take care, yeah? What's my attack button? Just want to kill boss and go WAP. Yeah, that is true. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Oh, nice. Oh, wrong buttons. You know what? I'm just gonna hope this is enough damage. I just pressed everything incorrectly. Sure, I'll take these. How many are there? 30? Why share loot? Yeah. Just clear. Yeah. If you clear, it's all good. I think personally, like, real talk, when it comes to like these sorts of bossing, if I know that I can solo, I will go solo it, because one thing, it's good practice, and another thing as well is, why would you share loot if you can just solo it? I mean, pitch boss is not easy to come by. You might as well just give yourself the better chances of getting pitch boss, no? How to farm Dusk Essence now? I think you can get them from Ardent Mill, right? Like, you have to go to that little farm area. Your battle mage is around the same combat power as your BAM. First hard wheel solo, gonna try this week. Oh, good luck. It's gonna be a hard run, I won't lie. If you haven't soloed hard wheel before, it's gonna be hard. Like, genuinely difficult. So, get ready for a big, like, test. that boss. I think like a min-clear hard wheel is probably one of the hardest things in the game, in my personal experience. Especially in P3. I'm waiting for the crashes to be fixed before I boss. Personally, I'm doing the same thing. Dark Knell min-clear was pretty hard. Now it's much easier. Dark Knell's not a boss anymore. I'm dead. CVL confirmed the hardest boss in the game. Don't mind me just origining CVL, guys. Probably should have buffed up rather than just binding it. I honestly thought I could just hurricane it down, but I'm not in my damage gear. Had a friend shout, cleanse every 2.5 seconds. Oh, 2 to 3 seconds. Wait, what boss is this? Is this for V Hello or what? Find a web clearer and say, box only? that is a wild statement. Fire channel with comfortable ping because dodging move is so RNG. For Battle Mage, you can dodge the white eyes very easily by using the dash. But Battle Mage has no issue with hard wheel stomp, which is nice. Don't really want to do P note without drop rate. Let's do a catchy. Just iframe forehead. That's a crazy statement. Back when white was inconsistent, yeah. Those were some dark days, man. Ah, thank you, Will. Nice DR. Pain. Do I start clearing webs after the first full burst? During your first full burst, you just try to dodge like the legs as best you can without griefing your damage. I would always do my first burst at maximum damage. There's no point going into it like the first one without doing as much damage as possible, because you have the most freedom in that first burst. So you just ignore everything. Then in between your bursts, what I did was try to dodge as best I could while keeping up my alters. It's kind of hard to explain because, like, I think everyone plays a little bit different. Why are these cats not just a few big ones? There we go. Had to E-form into Yaksha boss. iframe to dodge whites. Yeah. It's so bad on like mages. As long as your gauge is never full, you're fine. Yeah. Just try your best to dodge as many of the legs as you can. Try to keep your map reasonably clear. It's kind of hard to explain. The best I can say is just gotta run into it, find out what's going on, and yeah, you figure it out. Everyone has different ways of dealing with the boss. Nice and easy one bill there, though. Probably do some more bosses later, but not right now, I think. What are the boosters for? Doesn't really say in the description. These boosters, you just, when you're training, you can use them and it spawns a bunch of mobs that run around and you kill the mobs and they give you a lot of EXP. That's all it is. It's basically like 100 seconds of bonus EXP. They don't give you money or anything like that. They just straight up just give you a lot of EXP. I have enough buff duration where I can actually wild hunt the people now. That's crazy. Okay. Now we're just in a bit of a waiting room. Was there anything else from this event? I think that's pretty much it, right? I'm kind of lazy to do this. Slash we know reference to something? It's just a Quaggan. Quaggan is like, it's just like this little tiny race of whales. I don't know what you'd call them. They kind of look like really, really miniature whales. In Guild Wars 2. All of my characters are references to Guild Wars. Like all of these. That's why their names are all kind of weird. Yeah, it's not a reference anything per se. It's just these are just all Quaggins. It's good to do? Alright, I guess I'll do it then. It's not like I'm gonna do this on my, anything else. No more 90-minute clears. That's good to hear. Is forcing 30% or 5, 10, 15? I'll do both. Are there any dudes on the floor? Or they're all up on these platforms? Such a random NPC. all of my Legion characters are random NPCs. Yeah, all of my characters are named after that. The only exceptions to that are my battle mage and my battle mage, my mechanic, and my Xenon. They're all like named after like characters within the story. And then every other character is just named after those Quaggins. Do I only need to do this once a day? Can I do it on my main and use the XP on another character? I don't know actually. I feel like you can only claim it once per world. Or once per account even. Because I'm pretty sure I couldn't do it across Kronos and Hyperion. This, yes? Okay. So this will just give me EXP, hey? I mean, if it's not going to give me much EXP on this character, I'm going to put it on my mechanic. The mechanic gets a little bit of something sometimes. I'm going to kill the mobs on my main, then claim the daily EXP on another mule. Oh, right. Let's find out. Okay, Bugcat. Claim. It gave me 3%. It's not much, but I guess it's something. It's not much, but I guess it's something. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine, thank you. You missed the increased Monster Park EXP, yeah. Yeah, it's probably, this is one of those things where it probably just gives you a lot more, the lower level. That's fine though. Alright, do we try to do some bosses today, or nah? It's a bit scary to do bosses. As long as I don't open my inventory, right? Is that what it is? I don't know how it works. What I need to do though is this. I need to clear Magnus for my Genesis mission. What do I need to do for this again? Oh my god. This is doomed. I think I have to use this one. How do I turn off these items again? Can I just right click to turn these off? What's going on? Wait, can I not turn off these items anymore? Did they change something? Wait, I thought you used to be able to turn off these items if you're not using the preset. Ah, I have to double click it. Thought you could just right click them. Naked run, yup. Okay, there we go. And the rest of the items are in my inventory. Cool. Lib run? I mean, this is just Magnus. It's kind of whatever. Oh, well, that was embarrassing. Yo, the damage is kind of low. Oh no, this is gonna be a long run. It's like a struggle run all over again. It's like a bossing mule. This is what it's like to have a battle mage bossing mule. Should we take off the symbols? Nah, I don't want to be here too long. Oh wait, I can just origin. Am I outside the circle? I was outside the circle. Do you know you can duck? Yeah, you can duck. Happy birthday. What the heck? Now I need to fix this. Where was this weapon? Oh, it was probably here. You put everything back on for this character. We're on the same lib mission. Actually, I'm 1 month behind, so I just need to go do Lotus now. I just didn't do this last month. So I'm actually on Lotus at the moment. Let me just hide this bar for the time being. We also they made mana scythe the toggle. Yeah, the toggle is insane. That would be insane. The scythe is so good. Should have taken the symbols off. Maniac behavior. So what should happen here is I clear Lotus, then I do my Black Mage run, and then I clear Damien. So technically I'm up to Damien this month. I was just lazy last month. Alright, we get to try the Lotus lib on this character on the new Lotus. So let's see. I'm gonna go into this mostly blind. I know there's a lot of things but we'll see what happens. You can catch up like that? Nah, I just didn't do the quest. I'm not behind or anything like that. I just like procrastinated. Okay. Like I just teleported one map across, all good. Let's hope we don't DC here. I mean, I probably just need 10 minutes to clear this boss. Oh no, I'm running low on potions again. I don't like when they change these interfaces because I forget where everything is. Technically for every single mission, you can do it 1 or 2 months later. Technically, but most people tend to clear their bosses the day or the week that they clear their Black Mage run. It's like the first week. You guys know how like the first month when you clear Black Mage, you can do Von Leon Arcarium and then like basically Magnus right after. It's kind of the same thing. I just didn't do my bosses is all. Okay. We got scammed on our guild skills because we didn't have enough culvert before the reset. That should be okay. Alright, let's see how we go. This is my first time doing Hard Lotus, the new version of Hard Lotus. Okay, actually just... Oh! I didn't even check my... I didn't even check my, my combat power. Oh, that's fun. I got... Oh. I don't know what happened. It's all good. There's probably like a platform there I wasn't paying attention to. I don't know what the mechanic is, and I don't want to sit on the floor and find out. All good. I'm not gonna read chat because I don't know what's going on. Oh! I'm scared. What's going on? You know what? If I'm not sure what it is, I'm just gonna teleport around. We'll just, I won't read the chat right now. I'm going into this blind. It's all good. Alright, so now, from my understanding, every single phase has a similar amount of HP. Okay, so that seems pretty Oh! Got hit by a piece of debris. There's still debris in this game, that's all good. Oh, that doesn't look fun. Alright, what's going on here? Can I hit him from up here? I cannot. It's a shame I can't hit him. My damage is still pretty fine. Oh, I have my burst up. Oh, my mini burst rather. I don't know what he's doing. It's all good. I have the damage to just brute force this anyway, but... Oh, I don't know what that was, but I'm scared. When things happen, I just stay behind the boss. All good. Oh no. Lasers are happening again, it's all good. Okay, just try to stay away from the boss. Oh, I didn't stand behind him. Okay, something's happening. Some kind of FMA's happening. Is there only one safe spot? Okay, looks like it. Okay, I'm just eating these chains. You know, it's just a black mage all over again. It's all good. I don't know what caused me to get pushed though. Oh, 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 oh! Too many things. Pixel animations. This boss is gonna be fun to relearn on my other characters. I feel like I'm gonna die out on my other characters. I feel like my Xenon's in danger. Just at a glance. I feel like my Xenon's in a little bit of danger. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Huh? How'd I get here? Oh, that's the FMA. Did I take that portal accidentally into the safe spot? Was that what just happened? A lot of things like knocking me around and stuff. That was actually crazy. Like I got teleported there because I think I pressed up on the portal. Oh, I thought that was a safe spot. All good. Don't worry, I paid attention to that actually. Oh, I was trying to set up my burst and I got bopped around. Oh, can't kill him. Yeah, I took this portal right here accidentally and survived. Oh no, flying platforms. Well, it's good to know that like this boss just still dies immediately to my battle mage. Was that hard mode? Yes, that was my Genesis mission. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that was my Genesis mission. Otherwise I have to wait another week. Nice. Let's see the Wild Hunter solo H Lotus? I don't know about that one. Even split between the phases? Yeah, that's true. With all my buffs on, I might as well go do hard Damien. Hello, Christian. Oh, that's rude. Was not worth the 10k familiar points? Yeah, I didn't think so. You did it for science. All good. The even split across Hard Lotus is kind of nice though. Gives you more time to actually learn how to play the fight. Because you're not just stuck in one phase for a long time. I think that's a better experience. Need to update Damien? Probably. That'd be nice. Oops. The delay for the swords are still there. I mean the attacks. That's one thing that I would like them to get rid of. It's like the hitboxes stay around for quite a while after he does things. Like this hitbox lasts a really long time for no reason. Hopefully I can just get this clear in the next like 5 minutes. Looking pretty good. So I don't have to pop any more wealth coupons or anything like that. Much better than before. Yeah, the original iteration of Damien was very questionable to say the least. Oh god. Do I like cake? Just depends on the cake, I suppose. I'm glad that they allowed cubes to stack when you loot them. Oh, is that in this patch as well? Oh, that's right. So then when you just claim a bunch... I think it's all in the same reset now, right? Is that how it works? It's all in the same reset now. Next quality of life needs to be the herb pouches. Hopefully. Opening multiple herb pouches is kind of annoying, isn't it? Expire. Yep, that's right. That is a nice quality of life update. It's kind of annoying when all the cubes just take up all the inventory space, all the storage. Okay, let's finish off the rest of these bosses, shall we? I could probably do other bosses as well, but I'm kind of scared of crashing. So let's avoid that for now. Oh, I just did Magnus. All good. What's the best way to get Denaros? I just did 10 of the basic one, and then did my CPQ. That's it. I didn't want to think too much about optimizing it. I just wanted to do my daily commercy and then leave. I just spammed the first one 10 times a day. Do I have bossing mules? I have this battle mage. I have my Xenon, my mechanic, and my wild hunter. That's it. I mean, I technically have my Lin and my marksman, but those are on the back burner. So technically, my battle mage and my Xenon are my bossing mules right now. Did you retire the Lin? It's more like I didn't want to put resources on a character that I wasn't that interested in playing at the moment. That's all it is. Oh, I didn't mean to teleport into the floor like that. What else? CRA. Get the key. I wouldn't worry too much about the G skills. I just did my bosses without it and called it a day. Who needs guild skills? I think in Chronos, I just did all of my boss mills without green pot, without without guild skills and stuff like that. If I had guild skills, sure, but for the most part, I didn't. Too expensive for bossing mills? Yeah, pretty much. That's my thoughts too. Good that I know that event buffs are gone. I know I can't solo hard wheel anymore, don't have to solo it. I would be annoyed after losing them, because if I know I can solo it, how dare they take away my solo? Now I have to work 10 times as hard. I would always go for a solo if I knew that I could clear it. And even if I lost my event buffs, I would try to still clear it. It's just... Especially for Will, you gotta, it could be your week. Maybe this week you get a book. Maybe you get a book this week. I don't know how I managed to do that. Perfectly timed. Let me see something real quick. And have bishop is nice. Bishops are nice. Benediction is insane. Benediction is pretty damn good. find a red dot Kana is crazy. How you guys gonna go around not paying your Kanas? Come on, guys. Yeah, this event is a little bit better for like event buffs because of the choo-choo one stacking, right? The thing at the bottom. Doing Monster Park with the thing is depressing. I can imagine. I also realized I didn't start this. I did that without my event buffs. Damn, I was missing like 30% boss damage. All good. Man, people in my guild are trying to roll for the Bugcat weapon. And I really want the Bugcat weapon, but I know that I'm gonna get robbed. I know I'm gonna get robbed, so I don't want to roll for it. But I really want the weapon. 3-star boss, yeah. I'm eating burgers since we were talking about it yesterday. Burgers are pretty good. You got 2 with $80. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. When it comes to like these sorts of gambling, like PSSBs, getting 2 of the same thing that you want, that's pretty good. Blaster bar gone. Oh yeah, I turned it off for my my liberation thing. I was doing my Lotus lib, and I wanted a somewhat clean footage. It's still there, all good. You got 3 ducky hats and 10 boxes. Okay, that's a bit tragic. Unless you wanted the hat. Okay, somebody in my guild is very sad now. Your friend got the weapon cat? I really want to roll it, but I can't justify it. I can't justify rolling it. I feel like I would rather spend my money on other things, unfortunately. There's a few things I would like to buy in real life that I would rather just buy. Good day. Hello. Welcome. Like gearing a blaster? No, in real life, not in game. Guys, this blaster's not happening, alright? You guys gotta let it go. What's the appeal of Bugcat? I just like it. Because, Bugcat is... If you guys use like the messenger apps and stuff like that, I'm trying to remember which one it is in particular. And a lot of them have like sticker packs and stuff like that. And Bugcat, for me, I use those stickers between me, my fiance, and my friends. So I just think that is already cute. Line, that's the one. I couldn't remember which one. There's so many different like messenger apps, right? I think Bugcat was like one that was big on one of them. I guess it's Line. So yeah, I just think it's cute. It's a pretty cool collab. Like if you, it's kind of like, it's just kind of random. This is a random collab, and you just get these these cosmetics for it. It's kind of cute. I can see why people don't like it. It's not exactly everybody's. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but as somebody who has used these sorts of stickers from this pack, it's kind of fun. They had a cacao collab? Yeah, that makes sense. You bought the throwing stars? Yeah, the throwing stars are pretty top tier. Okay. I don't want to do any of these bosses just in case. Just in case I DC. But I probably should head off relatively soon. It's a bit of a short stream today, unfortunately, guys. Because I wasn't feeling too well this morning. And there's a few things I need to do. So we might end the stream somewhat soon. But at least we got a decent amount of stuff done. We got our event started, which is good. Let's see. Because my guild skills are ticking, I kind of don't want to do some of the bosses without guild skills. So I'll just leave this here. I really want to clear hard will, but I'm kind of scared of DCing. How do you feel better? Yeah, I think I'll be alright. You can pay for them. You guys forget the kind of person I am. I don't even give my mules red pots or green pots, even if they're like heroes and loomies and stuff like that. You think I'm gonna pay 30 mil? You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Actually, do I have... I do not. My mules just get robbed on a weekly basis, okay? That's something you have to understand. I only log on to my mechanic to do my bosses, take its money, and then leave. How do I use the Slurpee fruit? Link skills, no cost swapping. You know what's so funny? Back when you had to actually pay for your link skills, right? Not pay for your link skills. You only got 2 link skill transfers a day. People would spread out their bossing mules, right? I just raw dogged every single bossing mule. I didn't care. I just did everything without links. I just straight up did everything without links. So for the Slurpee fruit, once you get it, you can click reset here, and it'll just roll random stats. You can get like, you know, boss damage here, buff duration, attack. You can get other things like IAD, EXP, and Arcane Force, and something like that. And you get to choose which one you want to keep. So it's kind of like using, what do you call it, like black cubes. You get to choose what you want to keep. So you just get some extra event stats. It's kind of nice. Pretty good amount of money though, guys. Look at that. 12.5 bill already. Have I been DCing? I haven't DC'd, but I'm scared of DCing. I'm scared of DCing. Honestly, the best quality of life change that they've done is right here. God, you get 20 a week now. Isn't that insane? 20 a week. Okay. There were some small upgrades I wanted to do. I have some epic pot scrolls for this. Hopefully it becomes epic. No, my 50%. Okay, cool. We got on the last one. Yeah, they're saying it was the preset thing, but I've also seen people say that they DC because of other reasons as well. I'm just playing cautiously. I don't want to lose my runs just because I'm a little impatient. Okay, here we go. 3 lines. I have some spare bright cubes here. Let's see if we can get this tiered up. I want to avoid spending too much money if I can help it, but I have some spare cubes here. Oh, actually, what I could do is I have these spare green cubes I've been using on my mules. Probably should have taken them off of my battle mage. Actually, I did take it. It's all good. Let's see if we can get free tier up here. Free unique. DC'd out of the X-Lotus because he opened character page. There's a bunch of random things that are causing people to DC. I'm just playing on the side of caution right now. What do you think of the familiar card availability this event? It's a bit of a joke. Just pretend it doesn't exist. You're better off pretending that like whatever familiar stuff they added this event just does not exist. Don't get FOMO'd into it. Don't pay for anything this event. Alright. Whoa. That is a crazy roll. That is a crazy roll. 15% on Epic is crazy. Ooh, nice. Unique. See if we can get a legendary. Probably no, probably won't, but might be able to get something. Oh, 12%. It's not too bad. I mean, these cubes are expiring, but it's fine. See if we can get proper 2 lines, like 15% or something. I don't want to spend any money though rolling until after the Star Forcing event. So this thing unfortunately is probably going to be bricked until after the Star Forcing event. Okay, that's all good. Ooh. Another one might be... I need one more for this one. My boost nodes are almost done. I think this one actually is done. Right? I can get 2 more here. Oops. My aim is so bad that I can't click these buttons that are just sitting there. Let's go. Jaguar Storm finally maxed out. Now we can move on to the next one. You get 3 of each reward at the top. I don't think so. You just get it at the end of the 3. I live this upcoming month. Should I settle a pot until cube sale? That's what I think most players would do. Get it to legendary and then settle on the first 3 usable that you like. Usually it's like 2 lines of attack and boss damage. That's usually what people settle on. But you could also settle on, like, if you happen to get like 2 lines of attack and IED or something like that. You can be really cheap with it. And then once the cube sale rolls around, then you can full send for whatever pot you're looking for. You got the 3x coupon a second time today? Are you talking about this one? No. It'd be this one, right? I don't even know if I got anything from that today. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I got the EXP, what is it? These boosters, so I didn't get anything else. Okay. What do we have coming up? We've got a prepared pendant, that's pretty cool. Pally supremacy in the chat. What about flames? Yeah, I think if you're trying to flame it, you want to try to use any rainbow or red flames and try to go for like tier 6 and 5. Tier 6 and 5, which is probably a fine settle. Like tier 6 attack 5%. Sorry. Tier 6 attack and then 10% boss damage / damage total. Something like that. And then you can rainbow flame it later. Or like black flame it later. I think that's fine. But yeah. As much as I would like to keep streaming, there's not really many things that I have to do at the moment. I don't want to really use too many of my link skill transfers today, if I can help it. I've already moved them twice today. Don't really want to do more bosses. And we got a lot of things done, actually. Just need to do my C10 bosses, which is fine. We have a decent amount of money. I think if I finish all of my Xenon's bosses and the rest of this character's bosses and the rest of my Battle Mages bosses, I'll be on 20 bill. 20 bill is pretty good amount. The question is, what do I even Star Force? I barely have anything to Star Force. Like, genuinely, like I have 2 earrings. Like, what do I even do? How do I even progress this character? In all seriousness, how do I even make progress on this character? I have nothing to Star Force. When is Star Forcing event? This Sunday is a 30% off, and then in like 16, 17 days or whatever it is, it's going to be another one. Yeah, I mean, I hope Arcane Gear is fine and all, but then at the end of the day, I only settle on 17. Like, I can't. That's not a lot of progress I can make. That's just an arcane weapon basically, or arcane armor. That's fine. But yeah, I have like very little spares. I can still get 21 on these, which is fine. Like, they're all 20. I can get them to 21 if I get lucky. But that's it. Like, that's all I have. I got nothing else. Yeah, farming belts is kind of pointless though. I don't have a superior belt to put it on. There's no point Star Forcing these. These ones, I don't have an earring, so then if I get an earring drop, I can actually just use this until then. Because I'm currently just using this. Yeah. I actually just don't have spares for anything. How does one make progress with no spares? The answer to that is, unfortunately, probably Absolab. Absolab is probably the answer. Unfortunately, that is the answer. Absolab is my progress. I was kind of hoping to avoid doing Absols again, but I might have to do it. I can probably buy some stuff for CRA. Oops. I mean, I have a few shoulder spares, a few shoes spares, I think, right? These two? 150, 150. So I have like 5 spares of each. Or 5 spares of one of them, I suppose. Oh my god, Anil. Thank you for the $10. But also, I have to listen to this again. One of these days, guys, you guys are going to end up hearing the text-to-speech, and it's going to troll you guys and me. I can't be the only one that's dying to this. Daily Ranmaru for fodders. But the thing is, I kind of want to avoid it. I don't really want to. Like, I would rather not. This is my life now. This text-to-speech bot. Like, I appreciate it and everything, but at the same time, this is pain. Yeah, we'll see what happens though. It's a bit difficult because no spares is hard. Hard to make progress. I do need some more calls. I think in 2 weeks I get two items. I get my shoulder. I kind of don't want to go Absols because I would like to go Arcanes on this character. But at this point, I don't feel like I have a choice. It's so hard for me to get into V-Healer. That's what I want to try to get to do. I want to try to get into V-Healer. But I'm just straight up Star Force. Like, just stuck on this Star Forcing. Yeah, oh, that's okay. What can you do? And it's a lot of bosses I need to try to do here. It's too many things to do, guys. Too many things to do. It's a bit overwhelming. I also need to like make a few videos as well, which is kind of stressing me out a little because I don't know what I need to do. We'll see what happens. I just might have to just take it easy today. Just get 2 boxes this week. If only it was that easy. Just get for each of the bosses an armor and a weapon. Easy peasy. Then I can also Star Force the weapon without safeguarding it. Stressing in the sense that it's like I'm stressing myself out for my own planning, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't really make much sense. I also need to do something with these foot soldiers. I guess I could just use these as fam fuel. Because I don't feel like tearing those up. You don't safeguard? I mean, if I get 5 weapons this week, I'm not going to safeguard the weapon. Obviously, big if, but yeah. Sell them for 10k. It's not even enough. This is like 1,000 points. Yeah, what a joke this is. What a joke. 10,000 for one reroll. That is crazy. Just think of how much familiar juice you could buy with that. 1,000. Just make your own fams again. Exactly. What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. That's all I drink. I live off of coffee, honestly. I do enjoy being caffeinated. Alright. You know what? Maybe just to round out this stream, I'm just going to maybe just do 30 minutes here. And probably close my stream after. Water check. I mean, coffee has water in it. Come on, guys. Coffee has water in it. Did you notice I opened the storage in the quick menu? Yeah, that's the... That is something I didn't realize was in the patch notes. It is kind of nice, isn't it? Remember to update the gold bar before closing the stream? Yep, I will. I think it's another like $15 that was $16 that was added. I cannot believe that that bar is actually moving. Oh, to be honest. I cannot believe that you guys really want this blaster, guys. Oh. You guys, I feel like you're all gonna be like very disappointed in my blaster gameplay. I feel like people are just gonna be disappointed. The first one was 20 US, the second one was 10. Sorry, it was 10 US and 10 AUD, so it's like 17-ish. Do you miss your flowers and ores on the hunting map? A little bit. It's gonna make getting to Meisters a little bit more difficult. I haven't done High Mountain yet. I'll probably do High Mountain another time. I feel like... I think I get bored of High Mountain, to be honest. Unless I can get my Soul Janus today, I probably won't do High Mountain. But I think after I close my stream, I don't see myself playing Maple Story for the rest of the night. Is Chopwood the good one? Chopwood is the good one, yeah. That will help you make wealth acquisition potions. I don't care how bad the passes and familiars might be, the quality of life are peak. Yeah, there's actually a lot of good stuff in the patch. I think it's just being pushed out by the people complaining about familiars. A lot of people are complaining about the familiars. But I think it's more because it was kind of hyped up in this patch when we found out we could like potentially re-roll them, and then it turned out to be pretty disappointing. So I can understand people's disappointment on this, but at the same time, overall it's a pretty decent patch. For something that's basically off event, it's not bad. Not bad at all. What's the deal with the familiars? They gave us a way to re-roll our unique familiars to, in theory, help us get our ideal familiars easier, but the way they implemented it was just way too expensive, or just actually you have to pay for it. And the amount that you pay for it is ridiculous. How was your High Mountain last week? I think it took about an hour to finish High Mountain. Roughly an hour. It wasn't too bad. It was just a lot of jumping around. It's just pure greed. The amount of money is pure greed, but also keep in mind that that's just copy pasted from KMS. They changed the rewards for us, but the amount is just straight copy pasted. High Mountain is less laggy this update. That's good. You can re-roll the legendary ones if you're not mistaken. Yeah. The thing is, with the re-rolling legendaries, that's only relevant to like 5 people in the entire game right now. Or rather, 5 people in Reboot. I'm sure in Reg server it's not terrible. Like 10,000, this is like, seems like a good implementation for Reg server. You know, once a month you can roll your legendary fams, I guess. I don't know how much it costs to re-roll, but that implies you have a legendary fam in the first place. The prices in software prices, they literally just copied across 50k and just called it a day. So is using our free hard cubes from weekly bosses worth tearing up on CFE? If you have nothing better to use it on, sure. The feels bad part about using those cubes on CFEs and anything that's level 200 is the reroll cost is actually still pretty expensive. How many familiar cards for 100k? 20. You get 20 rerolls. 100k for 20 rerolls. That is pretty gross. The only way that would have been worth it is if they like multiplied it by like 10. If it was 100k for 200 rerolls, then people would just be complaining about another thing, which is just that it's pay to win, right? But at least I can see people feeling like they're getting value out of their money. But 20 is a joke. You need Janus on this character if you're full clearing anyway. If I have Janus, I can AFK. I don't even need to press buttons. I just need to place down my summons every once in a while, and I can actually just AFK. Right now, I'm holding down my Hurricane. If I had Soul Janus, I don't even need to press Hurricane, and it will full clear. How long would it take to get 20 unique fams? I think you'll probably get like 1 unique fam at least every wealth, I can imagine. Like every 2 hours you can probably get 1, even if you low roll. So even if you do like 1 per 2 hours, which I think is on the unluckier side, shouldn't take that long to get 20. You probably get 20 unique fams within like 1 or 2 levels at this range for me. Is it because Guided Arrow? No, it's because of the summons. The summons proc Soul Janus. Is it worth making Pat Mark retranspose or does it matter? If you already have a monocle and you can't be bothered transposing, just work on the monocle. Transposing is better, but it's high. It's kind of high. Wait, no. Why did I say high? Low. It's like low chance of hitting. High investment? Maybe. I think my brain short-circuited for a second there. My brain just straight short-circuited. I wanted to say one thing and said another thing. It's all good. Happens. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna take it chill. Well, there's a lot of people here in the stream at the moment, I didn't even notice. Welcome everyone, hopefully you guys are all doing well. I appreciate you guys here supporting my channel. Yeah, just keep in mind if you are trying to transpose the commercy items, it can be a little bit annoying. Because it costs a lot of dineros to go for. What's my kill rate here? I think it's like 15 to 16k. Don't remember the number, what it was last time. It was about 15. Somewhere between 15 and 16. Pretty good for something that's basically AFK. Quite nice. And I think once I get Soul Genis, I can train on this map and be basically AFK as well. So sad that they nerf transpose flames. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but that's alright. That's okay. Anything to not do commercy, honestly. For most players at least. I would like to see them add more items as a transitional gear. Because they kinda did with the Dawn set. But to get the Daybreak pendant is not exactly easy. And chances are you're blinking for it in a 6-man party most of the time, I'd imagine. I feel like most people who clear V-Healer don't do it solo. So the chances of a Daybreak is already kind of low. And I'll be honest with you guys, I feel like I've seen more sources than I've seen Daybreaks. I don't feel like I see Daybreaks that often. Ever since they introduced it, I feel like more people have told me they've seen a source than I have seen people with Daybreaks. Or maybe I'm just unlucky with Daybreaks, for whatever reason. But I swear that thing does not exist. About Commercy, how much extra dinero do you need before buying the items? I think you want to have about 30. It's either 20 or 30 more than what you have. So the eye accessory is like 250, so you want to have at least 270. Because you still need dineros to actually do your voyages. Yeah, GMS gear progression makes you realize how bad accessory progression is in KMS. The fact that we have Gollux makes for a pretty good intermediate step. The only issue I have with Gollux is how broken it is. I think that the concept of it is fine, but the 4-set bonus is way, way too strong. The fact that it's so hard to replace is a little bit of an oversight, in my opinion. I mean, it's great as a player because it's really good, and you get a lot of value out of it. But at the same time, you lose a lot of value of the actual best-in-slot items. The fact that you can't really use a CFE and a Dreamy Belt, even if it's at 22 stars, is kind of ridiculous to me. Been selling hard V-Healer for 6 months and I've seen at Daybreak. That is crazy. But I share a very similar experience when it comes to Daybreaks. Yeah, Gollux Bell having high base stats. This is the weirdest thing in the entire game. Why is it 60 all stat and 35 attack? Why? Why? Like, it's so much better than everything else. Just by itself. Even the reinforced items. Like, look at the reinforced items. These items are also crazy. What is this? 30 all stat and 20 attack. And then the equivalent item from Pink Bean, 15 all stat, 1 attack. Like, there's not even fair comparison. This is a joke. Why would you ever use anything that isn't Gollux? It's actually insane. Reinforced Belt 21 is actually like pretty legit if you don't have a sub belt. If you're waiting to be able to transfer it and you just have Reinforced Belts, just use the Reinforced Belts. 21 start that stuff. It's kind of crazy. And I think all of the Golix items are like that as well, no? Like, in comparison to each other, like, look at this 140 earring. 6 attack, 12 stat versus, like, your next best thing at that level. Will-O-Wisp, 7 all stat. So he's already basically double the all stat and triple the attack power. It's so broken. Swap to pitch pretty much after you got everything. Yeah, you have to full 22 everything, 3-line everything for it to be maybe better than Superior Golix. Maybe better. Some classes is so hard to replace even towards like 8 and 9 set. Just depends on your IED, I suppose. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Golix is so much value, it's ridiculous. Even harder when you have Potable Badge. Yeah, we don't even talk about Potable Badge. Potable Badge is its own, like, madness. Well, at least in Hyperion, it's not really a thing. Hyperion, thankfully, does not have that many legacy items. It only has one, from my recollection. It's just the Legion block. But at least the Legion block is just flat attack. It's not too bad. But even then, it's... Ideally, you would like to have no legacy items, but, you know. I think if they really wanted to balance Golix, they need to nerf the IED. I think the boss damage component is pretty okay. It's on the higher side. 30 boss damage is a lot. But if they really wanted to properly balance Golix, they gotta remove the IED somehow. 30 IED is way too randomly good. Because you don't have that many sources of IED in the game. It's a pretty precious stat line. Like without Superior Golix, like a lot of classes kind of have issues with getting IED. But then like the 4-set Superior just throws IED out the window. It's like everybody has 90 plus visual IED with 4-set. They can keep the boss damage. I think that's fine. The IED though is too crazy. Don't give them ideas. Hey man, I'm here for a better game. Ideally they don't nerf. Ideally they buff. But if they had to nerf something, it's got to be Golix. You can realistically get carried for 2 months and then suddenly you're stronger than a lot of like most players. We already have familiars with IED. That's fine. Make them meta. Make IED fams meta. I don't think anyone will complain if IED fams are the meta. Like genuinely, boss damage fams are so hard to come by. But if we are forced, I wouldn't say forced, but like it's encouraged to use IED fams, I feel like people would care about fams a lot less. Alright. But that's my take. We can agree to disagree if you guys don't like those ideas. I understand. Hit 230% boss fans today? Insane. Oh, wow, congrats. 30%'s are nice. Why does Arc become so good after 6 job? I don't know too much about Arc, but I can give you a general statement that just 6 job by itself is already like a pretty insane boost in damage for every class. People will still go for hybrids? Yeah, but people are going for hybrids at the moment anyway, so that's kind of whatever. I think going for hybrid fams is pretty insane. That's a lot of farming that you'd have to do. I try not to think about like the people who are literally in the like the top 0.001% of the game. I feel like balancing the game around those people is probably bad game design. You gotta kind of balance it around the mid game a little bit. And as of right now, it's hard to transition away from Golix. So I was just thinking maybe there's a way to try to ease out that curve a bit for GMS, but it's kind of hard. Especially because like we rely on the Korean developers to do stuff for us. We might be able to get a unique fam today. It's a lot of cards that are dropping on the floor. Almost close to leveling up as well. I think if I do High Mountain tomorrow, do my dailies and stuff like that, should be able to level up. Pretty nice. It's hard to transition over into any startable pitch except Heart. Yeah, it depends on what it is for sure. I think if you have a book, most of the pitch are actually pretty okay to transfer over to. But if you don't have book or ET or source, it's kind of hard. It's like one of those items where you definitely know it's best in slot. But even then, sometimes those items... Actually, ET is guaranteed best in slot, but... For source, sometimes it doesn't beat out the Sweetwater Pendant, depending on how good your Sweetwater Pendant is. It's a bit rough to compete against a Sweetwater Monocle, especially if it's Legacy transposed. That thing is actually pretty strong compared to the eye patch. The Twilight Mark and the Zerk are very comparable as well, depending on the set bonus. A good Sweetwater Pendant, same thing against Source of Suffering. It's very hard to compete. You can't compete against Potable Badge, so that's pretty sad. The Emblem is a nice upgrade, but obviously not accessible to most players. Book is best in slot, that's good. ET's best in slot, that's pretty good. But yeah, everything else is a bit sus. And then you got CFE and Dreamy Belt, which are very hard to make better than a Superior because of the set bonus. Hello, Hungry, welcome. How important do you think curring is endgame? I mean, curring doesn't exist in KMS, right? And most people are clearing all the content. I don't think that is necessary, but it is a nice option to have if you really want to cheese certain mechanics. I am on the side where I think that you should be able to be good enough to clear content without having to rely on a curring. But there are definitely some instances where the curring does allow you to clear content that you might not otherwise be able to clear. The one that comes to mind is that curring is very nice on some characters in hard will. There are some classes that just want a longer iframe on top of their current iframes, or on top of their resistance link after dying to catch poison and then just stay bursting for longer. I can see it being very valuable in some instances, but other than that, it's kind of hard to say. You could definitely also argue that curring is very strong in bosses like Black Mage, P4, depending on your class. I think the one that comes to mind the most is actually Night Lord. Because Night Lord, you gotta be like right on top of the boss, right? And I think if you die, respawn with Resistance Link, and then follow up with a curring, you might overall get more damage. I can see that possibly being a thing. I don't know the math, obviously. I don't play Night Lord. But I can see the value in that. I can see the value in that. If they made BM badge potable and starable, it would solve the legacy badge issues. Honestly, just the pot. You don't even need to Star Force it. I think that giving badge Star Force is a bad idea because of how hard it is to get. It's once a month to get a clear, and chances are you're sharing that with a bunch of other people. I think it would be bad game design to put that as a Star Forceable item. Just because of how hard it is to get. If Black Mage was able to be cleared consistently and then getting a high chance of the badge, then sure, allow Star Forcing, but as of right now, people who have run literally hundreds of times still have not seen a badge. I know a guy who has been clearing Black Mage since some of the first runs of Black Mage. Really, really early. In Reboot at least. And he has not seen a badge yet. Even after running Extreme Black Mage for a while. I feel really bad for him because, like, he just hasn't seen it. Don't know if anyone's asked yet, but what's your thoughts on the Rock Spirit pass? $50 USD is crazy? Yeah, I think it's completely it's a complete rip-off. Don't even bother with it. Just get the free stuff and call it a day. We don't need to have really good rewards. We're only like a down period, so just take whatever rewards you feel like and call it a day. No point paying money for this. It's just not worth it. With the 50k NX, the amount of USD that you would spend for that, I think you'd probably be happier gambling the premium surprise boxes or the bug cat box. Even if you don't hit, I think overall you'd be happier with it. Like, genuinely. If you want to spend your money on something, spend it on something else. What does the ring do? If you're talking about the Kerr ring, it's a ring that you can get from a piece of content called, what's it called? Like the something cube. Hyperspace cube. It's a ring that gives you an iframe for a short amount of time. But the downside is you can't move during that iframe. The symbols no longer, they just instantly merge? Yeah, they just straight go in, which is so nice. I don't have inventory space on my Cannon Master, so this saves me a lot of effort. My Cannon Master has like 10 spaces because I just hoard stuff. Iframe just main Phantom? True. Phantom's basically just got one whole minute of iframe if they stack Freud's with Sacrosanctity. And a little bit more if you count like their Phantom Mark, and then, you know, just reset Final Cut a few times. Yeah, pretty good. Phantom's strong. A lot of iframes. 30 seconds plus 30 seconds plus 10 seconds, then Final Cut and Phantom's Mark. Yup. That'll do it. 90 seconds of iframe is pretty crazy. You prefer Hurricane classes? I do like classes that have a lot of mobility options while attacking. That's why I also really like Battle Mage, even though it's technically not a Hurricane class. The fact that you can teleport and move around very comfortably while attacking is very appealing. That anyone uses them in succession? Yeah. It's just like more like in theory. That class just won't die. Phantoms are pretty good in that case. Very reliable class, even if they aren't the strongest. They don't exactly have the rep of being a strong class, but some DPS is better than no DPS. What's the phrase again? Like some DPS is better than dead DPS. You would rather take somebody who's a bit weaker but actually doesn't die out compared to somebody who's stronger and then dies out. Blaster fits your description a lot of the attacks has good move. Not the Blaster. Yeah, but Blaster has a requirement that I don't like. It's effort. I don't like effort. Effort is bad. Stop with the effort, guys. Stop making me work for my DPS. I want to hold down one button and do damage. Should have been a Night Lord. That would be nice. Press all your buffs. Ring of Restraint. Hold quad. Call it a day. Should have been a buck. That's true. Same thing, right? I mean, a lot of classes play like that anyway, to be honest. Battle Mage plays like that as well. Getting a lot of these reroll fruits. Should try to use them. See if we can get 20% boss damage plus something else. So right now I have like extra 5. Was it like 5 boss buff duration or something? You mean holding a foot pedal? True. Foot pedal is crazy. Also realize I need to think about dinner. I'm cooking something tonight. Need to figure out what I'm eating. Plan on burning a shade? I think for one of them I will burn the shade. A 250 crit damage legion is quite nice. As for the second one, undecided as of right now. I think I'm leaning towards a resistance class still, but I don't know yet. I think it'd be fun to play something that's not a resistance class, but I will very, very much miss my Vac Pet. This Vac Pet is going to spoil me. But if they bring back Vac Pets at the end of the year, maybe I'll consider getting another one depending on what class I decide to pick. Did someone say blaster? Ah, pain. Any thoughts on Battle Mage and managing auras? You don't need to manage auras. There's no management. I know that it's got a lot of auras, but I'll tell you right now, that is not something that you have to worry about. You maybe toggle one of the auras once in a while, but for the most part, you're either training in yellow aura, which is your attack speed aura, or you are just permanently staying in damage aura. There's very little management. Summons management though, that is something you do have to do. But you don't have to manage your auras at all. Will you ever play a popular class? I mean, I played Xenon. I'd say Xenon's a pretty popular class, and we all know how the Xenon turned out. Turned out really damn well, that's how it turned out. That Xenon was living the life. If you ever wanted to be a main character, that Xenon lived that life. Never seen a character so lucky. What about Pathfinder? I do like Pathfinder. I think that class is pretty good. Does Corsair damage affect the BAM summons? I don't think it does. Because they're 5th job summons. I don't think that the Corsair ones affect the 5th job ones. Which is a little unfortunate, but there's not much you can do about that. Okay, looks like we can get maybe 2 rerolls of this. Hopefully this tears up. I think we've tried maybe once or twice already. Ah, nice. We got it. Alright, let's see. 68 and then 44. I do not have enough to try for another unique, unfortunately. Alright. We're looking for large drop, please. No, 5% defense. Okay, let's move this out. Use this one, use this one. Nice. Almost all of these are level 5 now, which is nice. Slowly get these to unique. And then after I get all of these to unique, I'll probably make some new epics and then we'll come back for it. But yeah, I think though that'll be it for today's stream. I'm feeling a little bit tired. It might be because I streamed so long yesterday, but I think it's just more that I just didn't sleep well. Even though it's 5 PM right now. Kinda unfortunate. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging around the stream. I really appreciate your guys' support. Hopefully you guys enjoy the upcoming event. It's a pretty chill one. So if you guys are just planning on taking it easy, it's a good event. It's a good event to take easy. And yeah, hopefully you guys don't crash out of your bosses this week, and good luck on your drops as well. And yeah, if you guys haven't already, feel free to join the channel Discord. And yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Hopefully I feel a bit better. Take care guys, I'll see you next time.